We just went live. Check to see if you can hear us on YouTube, Facebook.
Are we hooked up on?
John, we on Facebook and YouTube.
I'm not seeing this live on YouTube.
Just pop up on.
Okay, yeah, just
Most High Christ. Sar.
SHALAM, which means to Israel.
That's how it's found. I-imagine, which means to stand. Pointing up or down, which means to rise and face east, which is going to be this way. So it's going to be to your right just a little bit more at an angle. Right there. All right. We'll pointing up or down, which means to rise and face the east. All right. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Can you hold it? You think you can? You can't?
I'm not going to be able to turn it.
Okay. All right, I got you.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayah. Kodash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malak. Raba'ah. Ratazai. Ayah. Aisha. Baharatazai. Kawah. Ayah. Shemayah. Thundanawa. Thum. Yawam. Wasalafana. Kasawafana. Wala'ah. Kabayana. When I say it one. I was shy now. Hayan. Ra.
In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debts. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be.
Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Babu Kashab. The thunder now. Hakak. La'apah. Kal Makala. Kal Manawa. Hakak. Latahol. Lamatazah right. Hakak. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power, to heal, all men are sick, and all men are diseased, power to cleanse the leper, power to raise the dead, power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be. Last time I'll be better if I come up this angle here. I can't change the.
Can you read it? Okay, that might be a little bit better. So I'm talking.
The prayer of the blessed Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barak Lanawa. Vayashalom. Vayasapar. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
What we just said was Yahweh in the name of Yahushua. Bless us and Israel at the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha.
Ayani.
Ahahari.
Ahahari.
Ayan.
Yep. So like Mayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isari.
Ma'an.
Yahweh.
I.S.U.P.K. Shemai.
Waharatiza.
Al-Yathan.
Amawat. Regal. All in the wall. Shamar. Kana. La'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayisham. Shawamor. Yasha'Allah. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tizal. Al-Yad. Yamnik. Yawamam. Hashemah. La'a. Yakai. Wayarah. Alayala. Yahweh. Yashamar. Kalra. Yashamar. The Pasha. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'at. I belong. Amen. I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore. So be it. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayah. Al-Damayalakah. Al-Dakarash. All. Yahanna. Al-Yabi. Yahamma. Mashanai. Al-Aim. Yariyam. Sawab. Where they eyes as well. Altazak. Kawa. Goya. Yazakor. Sham Yasha'al. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumble.
Thine enemies make a tumble.
And they that hate thee, have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And insulted against thy hidden. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarites, Gabal, and Amalek, Philistine, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kazan, which perished in
endure.
They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red. And like Zed. Yea. All their princes as the Bible. And as the moon. Who said, let us say to ourselves, the houses of Yahweh possession. Oh my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burning the wood. And as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temper. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High, over all the earth. So be it.
The prayer, the blessings of the power structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shah. Why Mayaka Allah. Why Alahai. Matazabia. Alawak Yahanna. Alawak Hasarani. Hakatas a Yan. Hakatas Yahweh. Hashim Yahweh. What
Bless you, Yahweh.
And
Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahanna. The general, the captain, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Yashabi, which means to be seated. All right. Hold on. Go ahead, clap it up. You can sing on the little. Yeah, I see. All right, there you go. All right, go ahead, clap it up. All right. This is the feast of the memorial blowing of trumpets. All right, we're in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. As everyone should know by now. All right. This is Leviticus chapter 23. We're going to start at verse 1.
All right, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Yahweh, all Mashallah la Amar. Verse 2. The bar all Banya, Yasha'ala, Wa Marath, Allahum, Mala, Aida, Yahweh, Shar, Dakwawa, Adam, Makoraya, Kodash, Allah, Hum, Mawa Verse 3. Shishat Yam Yam, the Malaha, Waba, Yawam, Hashabayaya, Shabbat one, Makorah, Kodash, Kal, Malaha, La'a, the Aishwa, Shabbat, Hawa, La Yahweh, Bakal, Mawa Shabbat Yakam. Verse 4, Allah, Mawa Aya, Yahweh, Makoraya, Kodash, Ashar, Dakor, Awa, Adam, Mamawa Aya, I don't. Verse 5, Bachadash, Hara Ashwan, Barabaya, Ashar, Lachadash, Bayan, Ha'ai Rabim, Pasat, La Yahweh. Verse 6, Wabaka Mash, Wabaka Mashat, Aishar, Yawam, La Hadash, Hazah, Chad, Hamatazawat, La Yahweh, Basha'ai, Yam Yam, Matazawat, Da Hawa. Last verse, verse 7. Bayawam, Hara Ashwan, Makorah, Hadash, Yaya, Laham, Ha, Malakha, Ibada, La'ab, the I.S.U.P.K.
This is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5. And the 14th day of the first month at even is the Most High's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Most High. Unto the Most High. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Back to the Hebrew. This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8. Wa korabathim ashad la Yahweh Shabbat Yom Yom Bayawam Hashabayaya Makorat Kodash Kal Malakha Ibadala I.S.U.P.K. Verse 9. Wayadabar Yahweh Al Mashab La Amar. Verse 10. The bar all Banya Yasha Allah Mara Allaham Kaya Daba Awa all Harataza Shar Anya Nathan Laham Wakwatazarak Kwataza Yara Wahaba Akum Imar Ra'ashya Kwatazayakum all Hakahan. Verse 11. Wahanaya Ha'aimar Lapanya Yahweh Lara Tazanakam Mama Hara Hasha Ba Yana Panwa Hakahan. Verse 12. Wa'aish Yatam Bayawam Haya Hanayakum Ha'aimar Kabash Dam Yam Ban Shanahwa La Ayla La Yahweh. Verse 13. Wamanakafwa Shanya Aishar Niyom Salah Balawala Bashaman Asha La Yahweh Rayah Nayaha Wanasaka Yayan Rabaya Ait Hahayan. Last verse, verse 14. Walakam Wakwalya Wakarmal, the water. The Hawa, I Tazam, Hayawam, Hazai, Habaya Hom, Koraban, Koraban, Allah Hayakum, Kakwa, Iwalom, Lanarak Yakum, Bakal, Mashabak Yakum.
All right, this is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High 7 days. And the 7 days in holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 9. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Most High to be accepted for you on the morrow after the Sabbath. After the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Most High. Verse 13. And the meat offering therefore shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Most High, for a sweet savor. And the drink offering therefore shall be of wine, the 4th part of an hin. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your power. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
Back to the Hebrew, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. Wasaparatham, Lakam, Mama Karab, Hashabat, Mayawam, Habayakam, Imar, Haptano, Wapat, Shabai, Shabakwa, Dam Yam, Dam Yam. That was twisting me right there.
Damayama.
Daha Yayana. Verse 16. I, Mama Kara, Hashabayai, Hasaparwa, Kamashim, Yawam, Wahakor, Raptam, Manachat, Kadash, La Yahweh. Verse 17. Mama Wash, Batyakum, Dabayawa, Laham, Danam, Ha, Shapyom, Shanyat, Aisharanyam, Salat, Dahayana, Hamataza, Da Pa, Yana, Bakawari, La Yahweh. Verse 18. Wahakor, Rabbatham, Al, Halaham, Shabbat, Kabashim, Damayama, Banya, Shana, Wapar, Ban, Makwar, Achad, Wa'a, Yalom, Shamyom, Yahayawat, Allah, La Yahweh, Wamana, Chadam, Wana Sakyaham, Asha, Rayah, Nayachak, La Yahweh. Verse 19. Wa'aishyatham, Sha'ai Yar, Izayam, Achad, Lacha Ta'at, Washanya, Kabashyam, Banya, Shana, Lazabak, Shalamyam. Verse 20. Wahanayat, Hakahan, Atham, Al, Bakam, Habako, Warrior, Danawapa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Al, Shanya, Kabashim, Kodash, Yayawa, La Yahweh, La Chahan. Last verse 21. Wapur Adam, Ma'aitazam, Hayawam, Kazah, Mapura, Kodash, Yaya, Laham, Hal, Malakat, Ibadala, Ab, I.S.U.P.K, Kakwat, Iwalam, Makal, Mawa Shabbat Ladarak Yakam.
All right, we're in Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Most High. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 weighed loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Most High. Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Most High, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Most High. Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Most High. With 2 lambs they shall be holy to the Most High for the priest. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day, that it may be in holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. And Most High Christ to the brothers and sisters that's watching us and checking in online, shalom to the sister Shapala. The sister Shapala couldn't be with us tonight. She felt ill, but we're going to send prayers up for you tonight, sis. Most High Christ, give the sister a hand. The sisters and the brothers that's watching, checking in, and for the brothers and sisters that are here in class tonight, you understand? Most High Christ, the brothers and sisters that are watching, that are fervent about this work, and that are fervent about the work of the Lord and coming to class and learning our culture and our heritage, bringing the children. That is a beautiful thing. This is where you learn what it is to be an Israelite. This is where you learn our culture, our language, right? You're going to hear the brother read Hebrew in just one moment, right after I'm finished speaking. That's our language. That's our culture. Is what the Lord gave to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And it is beautiful, you understand? Not only the Lashawan Kudash, but our culture, the shield, the Manara, the censers full of the frankincense and myrrh, the bottles full of wine and oil, a fifth part of a hen. This is our culture, and it's beautiful. You understand? This is what it is to be in the spirit of the Lord. Christians think being in the spirit of the Lord is you going to church today, which was Sunday, and then you go after church, you go and commit all manner of sin. And then you pray to God and ask for forgiveness. That's the spirit of a Christian. And to them, that's being in the spirit of the Lord. But when you're in the spirit of the Lord, you're doing the thing that he wants to be done. And tonight, Sabbath service, tonight, this evening, began the feast of memorial blowing of the trumpets, which we are currently partaking in. You understand? So Most High Christ for that. And then right after this, next week is going to be the Day of Atonement. I know brothers and sisters don't want to hear that, man. The Day of Atonement is an affliction on your soul. Most High Christ. Right? That's next week. That's next Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Right? The Day of Atonement. This is the spirit of the High Holy Days. This is the season of High Holy Days. You got the memorial blowing of the trumpets, the Day of Atonement, the Feast of Tabernacles, Hanukkah. Then you have Purim. Then you have Passover. Then you got Feast of Unleavened Bread. You understand? Like we're rounding up these feasts that are all beginning tonight. And this is the season to be in those feasts, which is the season to be in the spirit of the Lord, where we're around each other, where you're having big feasts with each other, with your families, with the schools, with the city of all the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that are welcome to come in our schools. Every so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian that are watching these classes, you're welcome to come and flood these schools and flood the online classes so that you can learn our culture. That way you're not in the spirit of America. I don't know if you saw Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was in the spirit of America. And his memorial was today. If you don't want to have a memorial, his memorial was today. They had the funeral already, but they had a memorial today for him. And I mean, the MAGA Trump saluting God bless American flag Americans that was at his memorial. And they said he the second coming of Jesus. They said he the second coming of Caesar Borgia. That's what they said. That's what they said. They said that only what's his name, Charlie Kirk, could have a stadium full of people come to his memorial this soon, this late. I said, damn, not even Jesus, huh? They said only Charlie Kirk could do something like this. The camp was worth, I think, $500 million. Like I think he had an organization called Turning Point USA.
They ain't seen the Chris Brown concert?
Oh yeah, yeah, get it, brother.
I guess Chris Brown.
And listen, when Michael Jackson died, he shut down the internet. Like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to the brother's point, are far superior than any oppressors, even in our death. But this devil, Charlie Kirk, he has a country and a race of people that are marching behind him, that are standing behind him, and they're in the spirit of America. Well, listen, if you want to get out of that spirit to protect your life and save the life of your family, you better get in the spirit of the Lord. And that you come into I.S.U.P.K for, where you learn what it is to be an Israelite. You learn your culture. You learn your language. You learn what the High Holy Days are about. You learn what you're supposed to be doing in the last days, because brothers and sisters, we are in the last days. That's right. I don't know if you can tell. I remember real quick, right after Charlie Kirk died, the night he died, I went to my slave. And these oppressors are mad at black people. Mad at black people for no reason now. And that should show Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the signs of the time we're living in. Without the UPK, you have no protection out in the streets. This is to you Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Without the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General Yahanna, you have no protection outside of this. There is nothing that's going to stop a racist white man from coming to your job or your child's school and blowing everybody away. There's nothing that can protect you outside of being under the covering of the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General Yahanna. This is it. Outside of this is death, is famine, is pestilence, is war. Right when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, there was a school shooting in Colorado, Evergreen School, a middle school in Colorado. The same time that school shooting was going on, France's government failed. They are protesting the people, meaning just the regular savants, which is a French word. The regular people of France are protesting their government. They're going and they're crashing. What is it called? Not perdition. What's the word? It's a word when the January 6ers here in America, when they went and they stormed the Capitol. What is that word called? You talking about when it's like a big, huge riot and the people riot against the government. There's a word for that. No, that's a good one, but that's not the one I'm looking for. They called the January 6ers this here in America when that happened 4 years ago. That's what's taking place in France right now. That's going on in France. They stormed the Capitol and they try to unalive those politicians in France because their dollar failed. Their currency failed, which shows you America is next. Poland, they're going to war with Russia. Russia lined up 100,000 troops on the border of Poland the same week that Charlie Kirk was unalive. This world is coming to an end. The world where our oppressor rules is coming to an end, which is good news for us. When you turn, when you turn on the news and you see all these stories and you're getting concerned, they say in a few months, the grocery stores, the shelves won't be stocked the way it is. Why? Because when war happens in the Middle East, a country called, not Yemen, not Qatar, it's one of those Middle Eastern countries. It's one of those countries, not Turkey, not Turkey. It's a country that's very tiny, like New York City small. And it's next to Israel, Palestine, Afghanistan, and Iraq. If you look on the map, like it's right there. It's not Qatar. But these Middle Eastern countries that are going to war, it causes a break in the supply chain. They call it the supply chain. And economists all over America and all over the world, financial experts, they're calling for America to suffer an economic crisis within the next 6 to 9 months, right? I think I shared it in our group chat, if I'm not mistaken. And then within the next 6 to 9 months, let me see that map. That's perfect. Let me see that. Is it Yemen? Oman. This little small country right here.
That was going to be my next guess.
Oman is the size of Rhode Island. And that, the size of Texas, that's a country, Oman, is the size of the swamp of Texas. And that small country, because of their control or their vicinity to the proximity to the, what is this called right here, light shot? The Persian Gulf. All of your material that comes from the eastern part of the country or the eastern part of the world, that has to go through the Suez Canal. Well, if Oman says it ain't making it through, because they have the military might backed by, who backs them? I think Russia. I think Russia and Oman is.
Who's the ally?
I think Russia, which if Russia is your ally, who else is the ally? China, Russia, North Korea, all the big boys. It has nuclear weapons. Iran, it has nuclear weapons. They have bombs. They have bunker busters. They have F-18s, the ones that America gave to Russia when they were the Soviet Union. They have a military might power, and they have allies who are more powerful than America together. And these countries know it. That's why China cut off America's farmers. China said, we're not buying soybeans and corn and wheat and cotton when we could get it from Brazil and South America, which is what the BRICS nation is. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and North Korea. Those are the BRICS nations.
If I'm wrong, wasn't China buying like over at least 50% of the crops here from America?
More than 70.
Damn near
70% of all the crops America grew was being sold to China.
That's why you hear all these farmers complaining.
Yes. Imagine making, now before this happened, before China cut off America, a farmer, I believe when you look at the report, it was $5.17 per bushel for wheat, corn, soybeans, oats, and barley. Cotton, I think, was like $3.17. Brother, after China made that deal with Brazil and South America and said we're no longer dealing with America because of Donald Trump and the tariffs he put on China, they went from $5.17 to 17 cents per bushel. That's like going from making $30 an hour to making $2 an hour. That's what the farmers are suffering, which is why they all are crying and they're saying we regret our decision to vote for Trump because they so stupid. We regret our decision to look, here this is the head, and she stayed right here like, these are damn idiots. The white man has shot the fighter. He's a dummy. He will vote for a man that's going to bankrupt the farmers, and their land is going to be bought by Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Microsoft. What's his name? Bill Gates, just because they wanted the Mexicans out of America. I don't feel bad for them. And the black farmers for sure don't feel bad for them when you talk to some black farmers. When you talk to black farmers, they say that's what they get because America have never looked out for black farmers the way they looked out for the white farmers. So black farmers, the money they make is solid, is in blood and sweat and tears. They've been struggling since the 50s in America. White farmers have been getting subsidies from America, so they didn't have to really sell their crop, which is why when you visit a white farm, they have those grain bins. Those grain bins are just so they can wait for the price of the product they sell to go up so they can make the most money. Well, listen, they was having a fire sale on corn. And if you wanted corn, you and soybeans to make some soy sauce, now would be the time to get it. And that's another thing that economists say. Real quick, I'm gonna go off on a little rant real quick because I want blacks and Hispanics to know to be prepared in these last days. Real quick, Elijah. Economists say that when you see food at the grocery store start to go down a little bit, they say that that's not a good sign, that's a bad sign. And the reason it's a bad sign is because whenever somebody has anything that they have an abundance of that they can't sell, they give it away for cheap. When those things, when you go and you get fruits and vegetables, you get all types of lotions, creams, and things like that, just know when that price starts to go down, that's not a good sign. I know we think because we're poor, oh, we got to get, which is good to stock up. But don't think that the world is getting better because the prices go down. Because when the prices go down, economists and experts say that means that it's getting worse because that means it's going to be less of that product. It's going to be less of the product. So they have to have a wholesale, a fire sale. That's not a good sign, brothers and sisters. It's a good sign for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that are in the truth. Because that means that the white man's empire is coming to an end. So be prepared in the next 6 to 9 months. Them shells will be going, the prices will be going down just a tad bit. And when you see those shells start to empty out, just know you won't be getting those supplies for another 6 to 9 months because of the war that is taking place is brewing in the Middle East. And it ain't a war between America and the Middle Eastern countries. It's a war between the Middle Eastern countries. Iran, Oman, Yemen, Afghanistan, Iraq, who's the other one? Palestine, Israel, Turkey, Poland, Russia, Warsaw, Belarus. These countries have come together. China ain't in it yet. Okay. They ain't in a conflict yet. The conflict that they're going to be a part of is the conflict with Taiwan and America.
Well, go ahead. The only reason why I said China is because they did pull their funds. Them pulling their funds to me is a tactical way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Give the brother a hand. Yes. So the brother saying it's so heavy because China is not in a physical war, but they're in an economic war with America. Because the whole entire time America was at war for the global war on terrorism for the last 20 years. Guess what China was doing? They were stacking their grain. They were building country allies. They were storing up all the world's grain, corn, barley, oats, wheat, cotton. They're building an empire. They call it the Chinese Communist People's Republic. They're building something that is going to withstand a war with America. They have a tactical mind right now because they know that they don't want America to be the #1 superpower anymore. And because they don't want America to be the #1 superpower anymore, they were thinking strategically while America was going into these little small countries and bombing them for 20 years, going into Vietnam for 15 years. Some of us got parents who were Vietnam vets, and they going into Vietnam losing to the Vietnamese, losing to the Viet Cong, losing to the Koreans, losing to the Afghans, losing to Iraq. America have been on a losing streak since Vietnam. I don't know if y'all noticed that losing to these guerrilla warfare nations. America lost the 20-year war with the Afghans and the Iraqis. How do I know? Because America went to war with Iraq and Afghanistan so that they will, ISIS and the Taliban won't take charge of those countries. When you look up on your phone who's in charge of Iraq and Afghanistan, does anyone want to take a guess of who's in charge of those countries? You mean like who runs those countries? Anybody? Y'all can look it up. If y'all don't think I'm playing, you gonna think now Officer Mark lost his mind. America wasted trillions of dollars in the last 25 years going to war with Afghanistan and Iraq. just so the Taliban and ISIS wouldn't be in charge. Look on your phones and see who's in charge of Afghanistan. No, that's Iran. I said Afghanistan and Iraq. America didn't have a war with Iran. Look up on y'all's phones. Who runs Afghanistan? Who runs Iraq? And read what you got.
I'm still trying to make sure I don't know how to say it. Unless I need to ask you.
No, ask me whatever you got. Or you can go down from the AI overview to an article, an actual article.
So this is the president?
Not the president, who runs it. Meaning what group runs Iraq? What group runs Afghanistan? Does anybody find it? He's got Iraq. Someone look up Afghanistan so y'all don't think I'm crazy. And when you read this, you're going to lose your mind. And you're going to wonder why America wasted all of that money, your sons and daughters' lives. Go ahead. What you got? This brother going to read it. Go ahead, Elijah. Just read it. Whatever you got, read it.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it about my signal.
Look,
it's taking too long.
He can't believe it so much that he don't even want to read what he sees. That's how you know, brother, America is Babylon is falling out. It's falling.
It was all in vain. That all that was in vain prior to
give the brother a hand. Read what you got.
So, the summary I have is Afghanistan under the Taliban.
Under who?
The Taliban.
Is this in 1990? Or is this in 2025?
2025.
Brother, the Taliban is who's
we
in
took
charge.
power in 2021, so 4 years ago.
Yeah. And the Afghans are in charge. I mean, so like the Taliban is in charge of Afghanistan. After America went to war and wasted trillions of dollars, your sons and daughters' lives, wasted limbs, lives, blood, sweat, years of fighting. America sent their special forces and their mighty men to go and fight farmers and goat herders and sheep herders. And they lost that 20-year battle. And the people who they went to go to war with is in charge of the country that they spent all that money and time to try to fight against. That's who's in charge of Afghanistan, not the Taliban. Just so you know, so you don't have to waste time looking it up, ISIS is in charge of Iraq. That's who runs Iraq, is ISIS. The sister Mariah laughed because we were on a deployment in 2016 in a war to do what? Fight against ISIS. The deployment was called Operation Inherent Resolve. What was the Inherent Resolve? Killing ISIS. And there was a 13-month deployment of American naval, marine, air force, and army forces just to have a battle and a war with ISIS in Iraq. 13 months straight out. 13 months straight of sending thousands of sorties, bombs, missiles, ground marines, ground forces in the caves of Iraq and Afghanistan. And now ISIS is in charge, y'all. ISIS is in charge, which means America lost that war of the global war on terrorism for the last 25 years. Yeah. Babylon is falling. Damn right. Babylon is falling, brother. Babylon is falling. America is falling out to rise no more. And that's the beautiful thing about when you turn on the news, what you're going to see. America is going down. But here's the more concerning thing. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are not prepared for what's to come because we've been lulled to sleep by the church. Now it's time to wake the hell up with the I.S.U.P.K and the truth of God. Go ahead and read what you got.
If I may, just it leads like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and people who are lost in the world. Like when you're seeing all these things happening, like you said, like the Bible says, the scripture says, like we're sleeping as a nation. We're in a deep sleep. Which kingdom will you serve? Are you content with the kingdom that's going to fall, or is going to be famine and pestilence? It's going to be plagues that the Lord sends to destroy this place? Or will you do the will of the Lord instead of the will of your oppressor? And if you're going to do the will of the Lord, that means you're going to have to learn, which is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to learn not to be so selfish, to learn not to be so lustful, to learn not to be so hateful, unbrotherly, and unsisterly. Those are beautiful things to learn. Those are things that I've learned and I'm still learning as an adult today. Because my entire life, I was taught the wrong way. Learning the correct way it's going to take some selflessness and some integrity. Something we haven't been taught in the Christian church. Which kingdom will we serve? The kingdom that's going to be destroyed, or the kingdom currently being built in the I.S.U.P.K and the Command of the kingdom is going to thrive forever and ever and ever according to the Bible. Which kingdom will you serve? You going to do the will of the Lord, or you going to do, you know, be selfish and do your own will?
Yeah, right.
You understand? That's all I want to say. So,
all right. Go ahead, so you like.
And we back in the Hebrew, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Waba Quatazara come. Quatazaria, right? Aratazai come. La'a, Bakala, Pakat, Pa'a, Shadat, Bakwatazarat, Walaquat, Quatazaria, La'a, Dalaquat, La'anya, Waladar, the Izab, Athon, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayakum. Verse 23. Wayadabar, Yahweh, all, Mashallah, Amar. Verse 24. The bar, all, Banya, Yasha'ala, La Amar, Bachadash, Hashabayaya, Baha, La Chadash, Yaya, Laham, Shabbatwan, Zakarwan, Dar, Wa'ai, Makwara, Hadash. Verse 25. Call Malacha, Ibadala, the I.S.U.P.K, Lahakor, Rabdam, Asha, La Yahweh. Verse 26. Wayadabar, Yahweh, all, Mashallah, Amar. Verse 27. I.S.U.P.K, La Chadash, Hashabayaya, Hazai, Yawam, Haka, Parium, Hawa'a, Makwara, Hadash, Yaya, Laham, Select what I'm yathum. Now Pashtakum. Select it. No Pash. No Pashatyakum. Select it. The Pashatyakum. Waha Paraptum. Asha La Yahweh. Last verse 28. Wakal Malachala the I.S.U.P.K. Ba'aitzazam. Hayawam Hazah Hayaya Yawam. Kaparium. Hawa'ala Kapar. I'll Yakam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Alahayakum.
I imagine this just up here. All right, young man James, present thyself. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna come right up here to the front, right? And you're gonna stand there. Imagine. No. You're gonna face us. You facing us. You're gonna stand there. Imagine. Yup. This is your hands to the side, just like that. All right, hands to the side, just like that. All right, now what you're going to do is when you present yourself, you're stating your registry. So you're going to say, James, are you a Judite from the tribe of Judah?
I think so.
Okay, no sweat. Don't get around the hand, no sweat. You're going to say your name, James, Bun Yahweh, Bun Yasha'ala. So you're saying your name, son of Judah, son of Israel. All right, so you're saying James, Bun Yahweh, Bun Yasha'ala.
James, Bun Yahweh.
No, Bun Yahweh.
Bun Yahweh. James, Bun Yahweh.
Bun Yasha'ala.
Bun Yasha'ala.
Yep, there you go. Now you go to Ahmad Shabbat.
Say it again.
Ahmad Shabbat. So you're going to have, so everything is to the right. So you're going to put your right foot. You're going to have to put your right foot out here.
My bad, I'm sorry.
You're all right. Now you're going to have your hands in a fist, right? You're going to have it like this, but behind your back. All right? And now what you want to do is, after you state your registry, you're going to come to Imagine, then you're going to come to Barak, which is just like this here. Yup. Then you're going to say, you're going to salute. You're going to say, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah. All right, that's all the process. That's what we're about to do, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So now, state your registry.
James,
Bond,
Yahweh,
Bun.
You all right, no sweat. You good, huh?
Bond,
Yasha'ala.
All right. Now we repeat. James, Bun Yahweh, Bun Yasha'ala. No, just us. We just repeat what you said. Because in the times that we lived in, during the times where we read the Bible, where we read out of, whenever someone will come up, this is for everyone to learn. The reason brothers state their registry when they come up here is because we need to know as the priest who you are. There was a time we would have cords wrapped around us because if someone was to come up here and they were not from the families of Israel, they would have their head cut off. And so now I would have to pull this brother back with a cord because I couldn't touch the brother. It would make me unclean because he just slaughtered whoever this imposter was. You understand? That's why it's important to state your registry. That's for everyone to know. All you Christians who think God is so loving, our orders was to have a sword up here. We would have a sword, me and this priest. And whoever said, but Moab, but Ammon, your head is getting cut off and you're getting dragged out that temple. So I couldn't touch him. I had to pull him back with the cord so he can still resume his duties. You understand? That's how severe it is to be in the nation of Israel. And that's how severe and strict it is to be a priest of God. So when you state in your registry, you hear, you state your name, which you just did, and we are repeating so that we can confirm who you are. You understand? So now let's James, Bunya, let's just us. Isupk, James, Bunya, Yahanna, Bunya, SHALAM. Now you're going to come to Imajim. Now you're going to say Yahweh. Yep, Barak. So this is Barak right here. Yahweh. No, you don't say Barak. This is Barak. All right. Yahweh. I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh Shai. Barak. Athah. Now we salute you back. Yahweh I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh Shai. Barak Athah. Now you will come get a brother hand. Now you will come up here. No, you just come up here. You come up here and you'll be sitting right here in the middle. All right, now your shabby, watch that cord by your foot too. All right, your shabby brother got on all black, brother ready. Give him a hand. All right, go ahead, you sit down. Your shabby, which means to be seated, which is us right here. All right. Now you're gonna read it in English, but you would be reading in the Hebrew. So you see this that the brother's reading Hebrew. That's what you will be reading in as the time progresses, as the time comes in the truth. Because your job as a young man and troopers, this is also to everyone that's watching, young men and troopers. Your job is to be studying that Lashawan Kodash. If you want to be a priest one day, you got to know how to speak the Lashawan Kodash. You understand? So now you'll just be reading in English. It's your first day in class. So give the brother a hand. It's his first day in physical class. All right, we're in Leviticus chapter 23 and verse what? 21, Elisha? You just read 21 to 28. So yeah, kind of. So you're going to start reading from 21 and then you're going to stop at 28. All right? There you go.
And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. And ye.
When you go to another verse, you're going to say the verse out loud. Yep, verse 22.
Verse 20, I'm sorry.
Verse
22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field. When thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
Well, you see Lord like that, that's the Most High. Right, but you wouldn't say his name. That would if you just say his name like that, that would be just in vain. So we say the Most High. Because that's what that is right there with the translation when you read it in Hebrew. And then that is power, Alahayim. So you would say the Most High, your power. You would say power. Yep. You good, huh? Get a brother hand. The brother actually read perfect. That's how you read at camp, huh? You'll read just like how you doing. The brother already got the damn, he got the whole and everything. His famous pauses, and his brother say even watching. Get a brother hand. Yeah, right. Yep, go ahead.
And the Lord spake.
And the Most High. You good, you are.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation. Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work. Servile. You
said it right.
Servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Unto the Most High. Verse 26. And the Lord, the Most High, spake unto Moses, saying, Also, on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High.
So the Day of Atonement that the brother just read about, that's next Tuesday. I think it's next Tuesday. It's next week for sure. I know it's next week, but I believe it's next Tuesday. That day is a day that you are going to afflict your soul, which means what? You're going to fast for 24 hours. No food, no water. You understand? No food, no drink. Right? If you are able, this is who it applies to, all able-bodied Israelites. Who is not an able-bodied Israelite? A pregnant woman, a nursing mother. So if she's pregnant, breastfeeding, she cannot participate in the Day of Atonement because she needs to eat for nutrition for her and the baby. You understand? Who else? Someone who's on medication that requires them to take food with their medication. That's someone who cannot participate in the Day of Atonement. Babies, children, right? That is up to the parents' discretion. But I'm going to tell you this. Children in here that can participate, you might want to look at about 14, 15 or older. You understand? Someone who is younger than 14, 15, you need to get counseled, right? Get counseled. But someone who's over the age of 14, 15, that's the time a parent starts to look at their child and they can participate in the Day of Atonement. Does everyone understand? So the Day of Atonement, once again, is for able-bodied Israelites, right? And it's for able-bodied Israelites, adults, right? Someone who's around the age 15, 16 and up that are not on medication, that's not pregnant and breastfeeding. Does everyone understand? You're going to go 24 hours from sundown to sundown with no food or drink. Don't be calling Jeremiah's phone complaining about how hard it is. This is the Day of Atonement is something that is meant to be hard. It's not meant to be easy. That's right. It's meant for you to afflict your soul. That's the point. You understand? You went your entire life eating what you want, when you want, having sex with who you want, when you want, where you want. It's time to learn discipline, brothers and sisters. And that's what the Day of Atonement is going to teach you. It's going to teach you a lot of discipline. It's going to teach you how to have mastery over yourself. That's the Day of Atonement. That's right. You're just strong. You're suffering. And it's about that, what is it, Elisha, the 12th hour, 13th hour? That's when you're going to feel like, damn, I want to eat something so bad. The first 6, 7 hours, you ain't going to feel it. But them last 6 hours, like, it's like, come on, where's the sundown? Go ahead, Elisha.
If I may, just to add on what he's saying, like, because some brothers may, some people may condition, because you got a lot of people practicing intermediate fasting and things of that nature, like right now. That's real popular right now. But what I say, like on the Day of Atonement, remember, Satan is crafty. Yeah, right. Like, I just remember a couple of times, like, because I do food delivery. So on the Day of Atonement, it seemed like every vendor, every restaurant I go, want to give me free food. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to feed me this day. You understand? So it's like, if I'm not conscious of what I'm doing, and if I'm not,
take it and eat it.
I take it and eat it. Just real, just not even thinking, because it's free. So you have to, it's all about endurance, and the Lord is going to tempt you. The Bible says, when thou come to serve the Lord, and I'm paraphrasing, prepare thy soul for temptation. And the Day of Atonement is a perfect day. Look, it's coming.
That's right.
It's coming. You understand? Like, we don't know when Yahanna coming back.
That's right.
We know when the Day of Atonement is going to be. But even with the day being known, even with us knowing the day, you still can get tricked by Satan.
All right.
So I don't know. Just be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Be prepared. And
be prepared to know that you're going to suffer, which is what a lot of people don't want. People don't want to suffer in their life. You want everything to be easy. That's not how the Lord works. He has to see your worth. And every year around this time, you're going to have the Day of Atonement to afflict your soul. To afflict your soul. It's what you owe to the Lord. It's the least you can do. To not eat and drink for 24 hours, that's the least you can do, man. Right? The Lord could make it more severe, so he's having mercy on us.
Think about this. You forgetting to take a sip of water.
Yeah, God. Yeah. That's what we're going to do next week. Right here. Same location, same place, same time, 7 p.m. sundown. We're going to be right here to open, and then the next day to close out the feast of the Day of Atonement. The Day of Atonement. We'll be here to close out the Day of Atonement and open it up. All right, keep reading now. You started at 28.
Don't come back.
You were at 27. If I'm not mistaken.
Verse 27. Also on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls and offer your offering made by fire unto the Most High. Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in the same day, for it's a day of atonement, to make atonement for you before the Most High, your power.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Huh? The Most High in power. Good job. Well done.
Verse 29. For whatsoever soul it will be, for whatsoever
No, you
soul.
stopped at 28. So then you already. So read 28 again, and that's it. Once you say that, the end of 28, that's where you stop. All right.
Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Most High, your power.
Yeah, if you want to sit it up here, you can sit it up here.
So we're going back to the Hebrew, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 29. Kaya call Hanapash Ashar La'ab Ba'ayna Ba'aytazam Hayawam Hazad Wanakarapta Ma'aynya. Verse 30. Wakal Hanapash Ashar Ba'aisha Call Malacha Ba'aytazam Hayawam Hazad Waha Batya Hanapash Hahawa Makora Aimba. Verse 31. Call Malacha La'ab Aishawa Khawat Iwalom Lararatyakum Bakal Mashabatyakum. Verse 32. Shabbat Noah Hawa Lacham Ainyatham Napashat Yakum Bapa Sha'ai Lachadash Ba'irab Irab Dasha Bakwa Shabbat Yakum Shabbat Kum. Verse 33. Wayadabar Yahweh all Mashallah Amar. Verse 34. Slightly almost got to 36.
You started at 35, Elisha.
The what? The bar all Banya Yasha Allah Amar Bacha Mashat Aishar Yawam La Hadash Hashabiyaya Hazah Hag Hasa Kawat Shabbat Yamya La Yahweh. Last verse 35. Bayawam Hara Ashwan Makura Hadash Kal Malacha Ibadala Ata Aishwa.
Now do you remember where you started? If you want to read off of there, that's fine. You want to read a performance for a while. Okay, so verse 29 is where you start, and verse 35 is where you end.
Verse 29. For whatsoever soul it be shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. Ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month. At even for even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. Verse 33. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles, for 7 days unto the Most High. Verse 35. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Did you try that one of my tracks? That was 35? Okay, I'm sorry. So many people.
Well, we're going back to the Hebrew, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 36. Shabbat, Yam Yam, Daffor Yahweh, Asha, La Yahweh, Bayawam, Hashemayanya, Makora, Yaya, Lahom, Wahako, Rabachtam, Asha, La Yahweh, Aitzazarach, Iwa'ah, Paul, Malakah, Ivadah, La'ah, the I.S.U.P.K. Verse 37. Allah, Mawa, Aya, Yahweh, Ashar, Dakwar, Awa, Adam, Makor, Aya, Kodash, Laha, Kor, Ya, Asha, La Yahweh, Allah, Wamanacha, Zabak, Wanasak Yakum, the bar, Yawam, Bayawamba. Verse 38. Malabad, Shabbat, Yahweh, Mawalabad, Maka, Nawak Yakum, Mawalabad, call, Nadar Yakum, like it. Wamalabad, call, Nabad, Wak Yakum, Ashar, Dr. Nawak, the thunder, that's the thunder, the thunder, La Yahweh. Verse 39. Bakamash, Aishar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hashabayaya, Basapkum, Daba Wa'ah, Ha Ratazah, Dakagal, the Kagwa, Kag, Yahweh, Shabbat, Yam Yam, Bayawam, Hara Ashwan, Shabbat Waba Yawam, Hasham Yanya, Shabbat. Verse 40. Wala Kwachtam, Lakom, Bayawam, Hara Ashwan, Harya, Aitazah, Hadar, Kapat, Damarium, wa I not, Aitazah, I ba, wa I rab, wa I Yarabya, Lachal, Washam, Kadam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Alahayakum, Shabbat, Yam Yam. Verse 41. Wachagtam, Akwa, Chag, La Yahweh, Shabbat, Yam Yam, Bashana, Kakwat, Iwalam, La Rakyakum, Hachadash, Hasha Bayaya, the Chagwa, Akwa, last verse, verse 42. Basaka, Dash, the Shabbat, Shabbat, Yam Yam, Paul, Zarak, Bayashala, Yashabwa, Basaka.
Well, it's on you, man.
Yeah, you just gonna call out where you from. What mean not where you from, or where you started?
I think it's
36, right?
36.
Leviticus, make sure you say Leviticus 25, 23, and 36.
Leviticus 23.
And lift it up. Make sure you project your voice. You talk about
Leviticus, verse 36.
Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 36.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you. And ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 37. These are the feasts of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High.
So you want to find where the feasts of the Lord are, That's in the Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, where we just read. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter is where the feasts are. Now remember, we also have Hanukkah, which we keep and we remember and commemorate, and we have the Feast of Purim. Were those two high holy days in this chapter? Did you see Purim or Hanukkah in there?
I did not.
So why do we keep it? Do you know? Does anyone know? I know y'all would know. Y'all might know. Do you know?
I do not.
Okay. Anybody online want to give it a shot? Or why if it's not Leviticus, remember Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, has all the high holy days, which are Sabbaths, right? Sabbaths. So that's the reason why you have you have two priests, and you have the one younger priest in the middle. The same way we conduct the Sabbath service. That's the way all Sabbaths are, right? That's the way all Sabbaths are conducted. That's the way our high holy days are. Someone said in the Apocrypha, and Christ kept those too. Yeah. I'm gonna halfway accept those. He says the Hanukkah is in the Apocrypha. Give him a hand. I'll accept that. Okay, the reason we keep them is because in the Bible it says to commemorate those days. The Feast of Purim is about Esther and her uncle Mordecai and what they did so that the Jews, so that we could maintain our holy days, we could keep our language, and we could keep our culture even though we were in captivity. The Bible says to remember that day as well as Hanukkah, which is like the brother. I believe that's the person. I'm gonna just say the person because by the name on YouTube, I can't tell if that's a brother or a sister. But the person who just commented and said it's in the Apocrypha, yes, the Feast of Hanukkah is in the Apocrypha, and that is with Judas Maccabees and the brothers doing the Greek and the Roman persecution that we were under, the slavery that we were under. Judas Maccabees and his sons and the strong men that stood with him, they were able to conquer the Greeks. They were able to fight them off and show them why we are a people who deserve to have our holy days, why we should not have pigs slaughtered on our altar. They did something about that, and the Bible says to remember them, which is why in the I.S.U.P.K, those two high holy days or those two commemorations is the reason why we remember them. It's because the Bible says to. Although it's not Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, and they are not Sabbath days, we remember the sacrifices that they made so that we can be here today doing what we do. That's right. You understand? And it shows the strength of both Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women. Give the sisters a hand. And it shows the strength of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men. When we're serving the Most High God the way we're supposed to, the Bible says, let the weak say I am strong. And he will turn a sister as well as a brother from weak and feeble and scared and cowardice to someone who is strong, right? Most High Christ, Valley of, I can't really read that name, but Most High Christ in that valley. I'm gonna just call you Valley, Most High Christ Valley, all right? So that's the reason why we have those as high holy days in the school, because we were ordered to commemorate those brothers and sisters who were responsible for that. You understand? We were ordered to do that, and that's the reason why we do. All right.
Especially that sister. Go ahead. Somebody, I was just saying, especially that sister who in the Apocrypha, who she was ready to. She's like, man, put us to death, but we stood up here and ain't support.
Yeah, right.
She stood like when you talking about standing on business. She stood on business, like all 10 toes, and she told her sons, to do the same thing. She taught her boys to do the same exact thing. She wasn't going to allow these heathens to make mockery of her power. Yeah. You understand? So thank the Christian church for making mockery of the Most High God. They're really not making mockery of the Most High God. They're making mockery of the Bible by not teaching the truth of the Bible. Now it's led to women these days, right? They lead their young boys to be feminine and be okay with that. This sister was standing on business. She wanted her sons to be unalive for the Most High. She was willing to allow her sons to die for the Most High. Here we are today, sisters will allow these little boys to walk around and switching, and twitching, and dancing all goddamn day. So like it. Not this sister. Yeah, right. Not our forefathers and foremothers in the Bible. That's all I wanted to say. No,
right. We remember their strength and we hold those high holy days. You understand that? It's not a Sabbath, so you don't have the three brothers, the two senior priests and the one younger priest, but there is a teacher who's going to break down that how
class.
It's for sure a class, and it's to show why we do it. Why we do it. Who are the important people and why we do it. The same way America remembers 9/11 or Pearl Harbor or the Alamo or the Revolutionary War. It's for the same exact reason that we commemorate the day that our forefathers stood for our nation. That's right. Keep going, my man.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 38. Besides the Sabbath of the Most High, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your free will offerings which ye give unto the Most High. Verse 39. Also in the 15th day on the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, and ye shall keep a feast until the Most High. Until the Most High 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the first day and bowls. It's like of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook. And ye shall rejoice before the Most High your power 7 days. Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Most High 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generation. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Verse 42. Ye shall dwell in the booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in the booths. Verse 43. That your
This verse 42. 42 is what it is.
That was it right there with what we celebrate, what we bring it in this evening, right?
No, that was the feast of Tabernacles. That's the next high holy day after the Day of Atonement will be the Feast of Tabernacles. Well, we remember us dwelling in booths coming out of Egypt and how the Lord made us to be a low people, a people of someone humble. You understand? Not someone who is their heritage is in mansions, but someone who's low, a people who's low, a people who are the meat of the earth, which is the people who, if you didn't notice during this whole Charlie Kirk thing, we are the people who deserve to be in charge of because of the violence that our oppressor inflicts on everyone else who disagrees with him. Excuse me. Our oppressor is someone who cannot disagree with you. If he disagrees with you, he's going to kill you, right? If he doesn't like you for the color of your skin, he's going to kill you. We are the people who are meek, a people who are supposed to be in charge, who are supposed to be in charge of this earth because of our meekness, because we're a low people, a people who can get along and be hospitable. You ever heard that phrase, Southern hospitality? Well, Southern hospitality is really just slaves, Judite slaves in the South who made life great for white people. And because of that, throughout the Reconstruction era and the Jim Crow era, we were a people who were known to be hospitable because the white man is such the devil. When other races of people, whenever you talk to people from other countries who are not from America, they always say that they hate America. But when they describe an American, it's never blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's always the rudeness of white people. White people are rude and unkind and are arrogant, are very arrogant. Black and Hispanics are meek. We're low. We're humble. We're people who can get along with you, who can be hospitable with you, who can hear you out and listen to you. If Charlie Kirk was at an HBCU, he would still be alive. Those niggas at the HBCU would have disagreed with him, but they wouldn't have killed him. They're like, oh, this devil, man, this Most High Christ, this devil, I don't like what he's saying. They would have probably even cussed him out. And if he got violent, physical, they would have just put hands on him. But brothers and sisters ain't looking to kill nobody. We're not violent like the white man lies about us to be. We're not violent. We're very hospitable. We'll hear you. We'll listen to you. That don't mean we're going to agree with you, but we'll hear you out. That's what it means to be meek. That's what it means to be a people that are made to dwell in booths. Someone who can do without all of the glitz and glamour of this world. A people who are meek and low and who can make life better for everyone else. That is who we are. And now it's time for everyone else to make life better for us. And when Christ returns, that's what's going to happen. Go ahead, Elisha.
Oh, never mind. Because you.
Oh, you at HBCU. You at HBCU, you're safe. If you're at a private white institute, they call them PWIs, you are not safe. The white man in Utah, when in Utah he got killed? Utah. The state of Utah is like 93%. And at the very white, give the young man a hand. Not only is it very white, the university that Charlie Kirk spoke at was all white. It probably was 2 black people. Mashak. Don't walk in front of this, son. It was probably 2 black people who attended that entire university. And he was unalived by his people in a state that is red. They are not Democratic. They are red and they are Republican. And they agreed with him. I want to say at his memorial today, the governor of Utah and Arizona attended his memorial. And remember what the FBI director said, not the FBI director, but the director who was on his case. He said, I wish and was praying to God that it was not one of us. He did not want it to be a white person from Utah that killed this man. He wanted it to be one of us, to be Hispanic, natives, black. Why? Because they think in their minds we're so violent and such animals, when really they're the violent animals. They're people who cannot disagree with you. There's someone they'll be red just from you talking the truth. You stand on them street corners, brother, and you try to teach the truth to your people. White people will be angry at you telling the truth, because white people don't want everyone to know what they've done in this world, what they've done in the history of this earth. But we're going to tell the truth under command and Yahanna. And we're not going to be unalive like Charlie Kirk, because the Lord is with us in the I.S.U.P.K. Go ahead, Elijah.
So just like yesterday, we went out and conducted interviews. Remember the person I was talking to, the young one? He was going to school to be a biochemist.
Yes, God, I remember him.
We just asked him, should America forgive Charlie Kirk's assassin? And he couldn't. He's like, we can't do that. He wanted to go talk about the forefathers of America. I'm like, well, if you want to talk about the forefathers of America, they were murderers.
That's right.
But he couldn't even understand like what I was saying. When I'm like, they murdered more than that assassin.
That's right.
But black people had to forgive the forefathers of America.
That's right.
But he couldn't even grasp the whole concept of like they're murderers. America is built on murder.
That's right.
Charlie Kirk's murderer or assassin was just being an American.
That's right.
That's the point. Because this whole country was built on crimes.
That's right.
And you can't change that because America is a criminal enterprise.
That's right. That's right. That's the perfect word. A criminal enterprise was built on the bloodshed of our people. But when it comes time to forgive the people who want to allow them, they can't do it. They don't even know what the hell we're talking about. There was one devil we interviewed. He said, well, black people, he said he enslaved us. Yeah, y'all enslaved us. I said, who? He was like, forgive Charlie Kirk's assassin. He didn't even know what forgiveness was. And he was a Christian. Like white people who are Christians who believe in Jesus that say forgive, who forgave the woman who was caught in adultery, they don't even understand the concept of forgiving. All they know is killing people who have wronged them, who have hurt them, who are the people who enslaved them. That's all they know. White people only know how to get justice. That's all they know how to do. They don't know how to just suffer like blacks, Hispanics, and Indians have to do. They don't know how to wait on their power to give them justice. The Bible says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. White people don't believe that because they don't believe in the Bible. They believe in their belief, which is their God. They believe that they have all the might, power, and strength to defeat anybody until a UFO comes. I broke that down with the Conga bar last Wednesday in class. Get the Conga bar hand out of Iowa. We broke that down last Wednesday. How the oppressor is scared to death of these UFOs. They call them now UAPs. Get it, brother. Hand. UFO, identified aerial phenomenon. Oh, yeah. So instead of UFO, they changed the name because they're so prevalent. They said that there were in this Senate hearing they just had 2 weeks ago. They said that there were so many UAP sightings over the last 6 months that it made the Senate have a hearing about it because they're trying to figure out what are these things. And they said one of the devils who testified, he told the senators, he said, this thing, we shot it with a hellfire missile. It's called a hellfire missile. And he said it just ricocheted off. And the look of death in this oppressor's face, like he was scared to death, like we shot it with a hellfire missile and it didn't do anything to the UAP. That made me bring tears to my eyes when I looked at that at my slave, because I said, man, the Lord, the angels of God in these chariots, it is scaring our oppressor something that he has never been scared of before. Like white people don't get scared because they have guns and they have missiles, hellfire missiles.
They jump out of planes.
They jump out of planes and they have the SEALs and Delta Force. But when there is something that they cannot identify that's an unexplained phenomenon, they're like, what do we do? There's something more powerful than him. And now he's scared to death. And that, brother, does my heart justice. It gives you a little bit of hope in this cruel, evil world ruled by our oppressor. To see our oppressor in this Senate hearing, and he is perplexed by the things that they saw this thing do. Like they cannot believe what this thing was doing. He said, we shot a hellfire missile at it. And the senator said, well, what happened? He said, it just ricocheted off. We don't know what to do with these things. They fly 20,000 miles per hour. They can go under the ocean and go to the stratosphere of the earth. They can stop on a dime. Like there have been F-18 naval pilots that have saw these, and they were in the Senate hearing too. And these F-18 pilots said, well, he said, I was flying my plane and the thing just stops. It can go faster than an F-18 and just stop on a dime. And then it can reverse the trajectory of the way it's going. If it was going north to south, it could just stop and go east to west. And I said, Barak Howard Shah, this is what we've been praying for all this time. This is what the slaves was praying for, what your foremothers and forefathers was praying for after they got their backs whipped. Right. They didn't go kill white people when they got their backs whipped. They prayed to a higher power. They prayed to the Most High God to hear their cry and to hear their plea. And finally, after years of Harriet Tubman and Emmett Till and Trayvon Martin and your sons and daughters losing their lives in the penitentiary, losing their lives to cops, there's UAPs out there all over this world that are coming to bring justice to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And it is petrifying to the white man, but you should glorify it if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You better come into the U.P.K. and obey the laws of God, man. You better learn to serve the Lord. If not, those UAPs will bring justice for you, for your sins against God. Precepts. For there be spirits created for vengeance, that if you do not do what the Lord told you to, they lay on sore strokes. You better learn to obey God and I.S.U.P.K. Because if you don't, those UAPs are coming for you. You think they're here for the white man, they'll be here for you too. They'll be here for all sinners. You like, well, damn, what Officer Malak and the U.P.K. is saying, I can still keep getting high. You keep getting high if you want to. That UAP, you're going to see a UAP too, and that'll be the last thing you see. Lord be with you. Yeah, Lord be with you. You're going to smoke weed. You're going to leave that white girl's house. You sitting there happy that the white man being terrified by these sore strokes. You leave the white woman's house and get a heart attack. You leave that white girl's house, you go to another woman's house that you having sex with, and you're going to drop dead, even though you're Black and Hispanic. This is the day we're living in where the time is running out for you to live a life that the Christians told you can live, which is a life of pleasure. That time is over. That day is over. The day of living in pleasure is over. It's time to live for the Lord, which means a lot of sacrificing and suffering temptation. That's right. If you want to really serve the Lord. You want to be getting pegged in the fake Israelite group or go and molest kids in some Christian church, they're still out there. Right. But the Lord is fed up with the crimes of this earth. The blood is crying out to the Most High God, man. Your sins are reaching the heavens. That's what it said about Babylon, that the sins of Babylon reach the heavens. The sins of Sodom and Gomorrah reach the heavens. What does that mean? That the Most High God is sitting on his throne, and there are righteous men and women on the earth that are praying to give them justice, praying that the Lord does something about the crime they have to go outside their doors and see every day. And the Lord hears our prayers. That's why we light these incense, so the smoke travels up to the Lord, to the heavens. And the Lord is sitting up there, and he gets these prayers and these smoke and these censers. And then he sends these UAPs to go and give justice to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to go and give justice to the righteous, to the meek, to the salt of the earth. And we're going to get justice out. It took what, 200-300 years, but the Lord is always, ain't all the Christians say he's always on time. Yeah. The Lord is always on time, And we're living in a day that you want to be alive for. I don't want to die now. Right. Maybe back in the 60s, I don't know. All right, Lord, take me now. Not in 2025. We're living in the day that we're going to see Christ return. Lord alive. We're going to see the justice that our forefathers never received. But it takes your actions. It takes you putting down pork and shrimp. It takes you putting down weed and whores and strip clubs. It takes you putting down the sins of this world. And it's time to pick up this Bible. It's time to pick this Bible up. You understand? And do the things that are in it. Go ahead, Elisha. You had something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, because the UAPs? The I.S.U.P.K, since this school was established since 1969, has been telling you about the UAP.
That's right.
You understand? It's not been any other organization, no conspiracy theories that has tied the UAPs to the Bible.
That's right.
These scriptures that are in the Bible that are written, it talks about these vehicles.
That's right.
These vehicles that are driven by angels of the Lord.
That's right.
Stopping on a dime, going here and there, to and fro in the ocean, up and down, this way, that way.
That's right.
That's all biblical.
Yeah, right.
You understand? You're only going to learn this type of biblical information by coming to these classes. You're going to prepare your mind. You're going to prepare your spirit and prepare your lifestyle to please the Lord and keep doing the will of the Lord and not the will of your own. It's UAPs. They shoot missiles. Go ahead,
if I may, Salakia. Go ahead, finish your point. Salakia, I want to stop your point.
It's UAPs. They shooting missiles at these UAPs and they bouncing off, and our oppressor is scared.
Yeah, right.
You can't box with the Lord. That's all I want to say.
It's like give brother hand. If I may, there is a video about 10 years ago of this NASA engineer that's being interviewed. You bunch y'all know most time trying to tell right. It's a white NASA engineer. And you can go look this up. They World Star Hip Hop posted this on their website.
I sent you that video too. Remember that?
Which one?
About the NASA dude explaining.
The engineer, yeah. Your brother, get this young man, yes, get his brother hand. God, next time I say Salaki, raise your hands. You too up. But what he said was the truth. You sent me that, but I had seen it. Remember, I told you I seen this. I was telling somebody at my slave about that. I said, man, go look up, because they was all these white people are concerned about these UAPs. I said, and I'm loving to see the fear on these devils' faces at my slave. This is the average common white man, let alone some senator in D.C. And this devil at my slave said, he said, man, did you see these things? They shot a hellfire missile at it. And the thing just said, they said it ricocheted. I said, if you want to look at a good video, go look at a NASA engineer talking about who flies these UAPs. He said, really? He said, somebody has a description, a physical description. I said, oh yeah. I didn't tell him because I'm my slave, but I just said, go look at the article, go read the article. Brother, the devil, he ain't said nothing back to me yet. He ain't said that to me. He went to go look at that. He probably looking at me like, this is one of the niggas that fly the UAP. Look just like this nigga here. Because that's what the NASA engineer said. This devil said, he was a NASA engineer. He said that he saw one of the UAPs come down. This is a true story. And you know it's true because the Bible backs it up. He said he saw one of the UAP, him and his wife. They said he saw this UAP come down. It opened up, and he said in it that were the pilots that flew this were black men. He said they were 9 feet tall black men. And he said the look on their face was like they have never been conquered. But he said they had an arrogance, like they have never been conquered. And he said he was petrified. And he said he saw these, and he said it was. He said the gear and the weapons they had never. It was like man didn't make it. And he said they were just black men that had never, and the interviewer said they were black men that had never been conquered. He said they were arrogant looking, non-conquered black men. I said, Baraka Yahweh, those were the angels of the living God. You know what they need to do? What? That movie, The Predator. They need to remove that ugly, hideous face and just put niggas' head on there. That's right. That's all they need to do. Just keep it looking. They're right. That's it. No extraterrestrial are niggas from the nigga God. That's right. The way you gonna find out, wait till the white man finds out that Christ looks just like that, and the Most High God looks just like that. A nigga that never been conquered before, that we have never even seen that. Although the closest I can think is General Miami. But he said that the only black man I have ever seen that looks like what he was describing is General Miami. But even that is very carnal because General Miami is a flesh and blood man. Imagine an angel of God. Who imagine this? Can you even fathom that? That should give you pride as you live in the ghetto in the barrio. Hispanics, this is for you too. You are people, you niggas too. Right. They look like Jose. They look like you too. And it's just like just imagine just this 10-foot tall, Kunaya was 7 feet tall. Imagine a nigga 10 feet taller than Shaq.
Make Shaq look like
like me. Like my sons compared to Kunaya. And he said they have a look of a people who have never been conquered before. And he said they were just looking with glow in their eyes. And they had a AI. As he was talking, they had an AI version. This ain't the one you sent me, but I seen another one on YouTube. And they had an AI picture of what these black men look like, these black extraterrestrials look like. And all I could think was, brother, I just was getting so excited, like, man, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is what the book of Daniel and Ezekiel and what Christ prophesied of. These angels are coming in the book of Revelation, what John the Revelator prophesied of. And all you can do is just, like, what do we have to do to be saved by those group of black men who have never been conquered? Then there was another white couple in Arizona, the headquarters of Turning Point USA, the headquarters of what Charlie Kirk established. This white couple said that these black men, to corroborate the story of the NASA engineer couple, they said that these black men that had never been conquered, they wore Western apparel. They had fringes down to the floors. Brother, those are the angels of God. And that's all true because it's all described of in the Bible. That's right. Brother, we are living in the end times. Right. And if you want to be saved by those nigga angels sent by that nigga God, right, then you better come into the nigga school of the I.S.U.P.K right, under a nigga commanded. We here to save niggas and sticks and redskins. We ain't here for our oppressor. And if I may get go ahead, please, and get on some real nigga shit. Not that Christian church garbage of praising and worshiping and dancing. The day of beating tambourines are over. It's time to come into the truth and really focus on preparing for the end. That's right. Preparing for the end. Stocking up, going to these survival classes, getting medical trained, getting all these training, weapons training if you can, coming together. You understand? Now's the time to get land and farms and raise your animals and have homesteads so we can prepare for what's to come, because you ain't gonna be able to go to the grocery store. You won't be able to call 911. A nigga from the UPK is gonna have to save you. You're gonna have to call Officer like SHALAM. Hey, Shalom, I think somebody breaking into my house. You a woman out there with no man thinking that your voice is gonna be heard in America. You are sadly mistaken. They're gonna be running through the streets, snatching you up, having you chained in basements. Like, you don't know, the white man's empire is over. He has but a short time, and he's coming down with great wrath. So you better get into the UPK. We're gonna stay all the way out of the shop. You're gonna have to call Kunayas. Like you, sir. I think somebody, seriously, I'm being serious. I'm not joking. Some sister in these last days, you can't call 911. You out there with no man, you're gonna say, UPK, I need y'all. I think somebody breaking in. I think these white men, they starting to loot these stores. I need some help. We gonna be here. We gonna be here because we prepared and we stocked up and we listened to Commander General Yahanna while you were going to the clubs, while you were getting high, while you were chasing a rap career, while you were doing God knows what, sinning against God. We were in the UPK serving the Lord, preparing for the end, getting our people prepared for the end. And you're gonna be calling us, man. Y'all phone's gonna be ringing, man. And you understand? Y'all phone gonna be ringing. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm serious. The Lord is gonna send brothers and sisters to Kansas City, and y'all's phone, sisters too. How do I get in contact with those brothers? I need a man. The sisters gonna call the sisters. How can I get with them hardcore UPK beard, boots, and braids wearing brothers so I can be saved in the time? That's in the Bible. What I'm saying is in the Bible. It's in Isaiah, 61? That's it. These things are in, y'all think we crazy, nigga. No, these things are in the Bible. And what we're teaching you is in the Bible. Time is running out. You have no more time. You better flood the UPK. Go ahead, Elisha. You got something you want to say? Oh, I was just saying, yeah, you call Cornell. I know Cornell. He gonna come over there like the Terminator. Like Rambo. He gonna come over there like Rambo. He gonna have the vest. He gonna have the two. Yeah, he don't need the black eye paint. Niggas don't need that. That was the white boys using Vietnam. We already got dark skin. We don't need that paint. But he gonna come over there with his braids. He gonna have a headpiece on with a shield. He gonna have he gonna have a 352, 480, a damn pinch test, 750, 757. He gonna come over there and listen. You will be safe. You call the police is gonna shoot you in the face like they did that sister in, what was it, Wisconsin? Oh, They said she threw a bucket of water on him, and she didn't even have nothing.
And he mocked her.
And he did mock her. And all she did was say in Jesus' name or something like that. She said, I plead the blood of Jesus over you. Listen, it's a crime to be black and Hispanic in America. You better come into this school because they're going to be targeting us in these last days. These last days, they're going to be targeting blacks. You mark my words as a priest and prophet of God. I'm telling you, they're going to be targeting our children, our sons, our daughters, and our women in these last days. Why? Because they know that their empire is over. They know that that's in the Bible. He has but a short time. So he comes down with great wrath. The Lord is going to send punishment to our oppressor. But what are you willing to do to get saved by the Most High? What are you willing to do to receive the salvation from the Lord? You better come into the UPK. This brother, let's get his brother hand. Whenever I see brothers come here with all black, man, you made the right decision, man. You made the right decision, brother. This brother, he wants to be saved in these last days. When are the rest of you brothers and sisters going to follow suit? When are you going to do like the rest of these brothers and sisters in this room and all over the nation in our schools who's going to follow suit and serve the Most High and the UPK? This is the time to do it because you don't know when your last days are. You better come in here now, man. Go ahead, Elisha. I'll read the last two verses. Let's finish out and wrap this up.
Going back to the Hebrew, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 43. Lama'ai yada aiwa, the rakyakam kaya, basa kawa, hawa shab ya, manya yasha'ala, bahawatzazaya, awathon, matazarium, matazarium, anya yahawa alahayakam. Verse 44. Wayadabar, Masha, Ma'aya, Yahweh, Al, Manya, Yasha'Allah.
Okay. Those are the last two verses, 43 and 44. Go ahead, you in Leviticus 23.
I'm sorry.
You are 43 and 44.
This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24.
No, verse 43.
Verse 443. Slide.
You finish it.
This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 43. That your generations may be known that I made the children of Israel to dwell in the booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Most High, the power. Verse 44. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Most High.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Any questions before we close out? You had any comments, Q?
Nah, sir.
About the UAPs? I see your face was bright up.
Hey, here's some crazy. While y'all was talking about that, I was actually in Ezekiel. So you
Most High
talking
Christ.
about how they were stopping and going,
God.
and then the I went right into it. So I didn't
God.
even say nothing.
Most High Christ. Yeah, right. Them UAPs that's flown by them niggas that's never been conquered, they're coming to save us. They're coming to save us. The people who the world looks down on, who the world persecutes and says are criminals, what did Donald Trump say? They're born criminals. He said they're born this way, and he needs to send his justification to send the National Guard to Chicago, LA, and all these black cities. He said we're born to be criminals. No, we're not. We ain't born to be criminals. We're the people who made life great for America, who built America. And all we've done is suffer the violence of our oppressor. We're not born to be criminals. But you know who needs to be taught? Donald Trump in this country. And the Lord is sending those UAPs to teach them a lesson. You better be on the right side of history. You better come into the truth and serve the Most High God. Man. Go ahead, Elisha.
I wanted to say, you know who was born to be criminals or oppressors?
Damn right.
In Genesis, the 25th chapter, you worried about the two nations that was in her womb. Rebecca?
Yes, Isaac and Rebecca. Come.
The two nations that were in Rebecca's womb were very different.
Yeah, right.
One was created to serve the Lord. One was created to be a murderer from the beginning.
Yeah, right.
Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right.
All right. And Majim is us up here, which means to stand. You are. Go ahead, Elisha. Yeah, grab a plastic cup, bubble shot, the water. The water. I'm sorry, which means to turn. You're going with your right hand out and grab the cup. Now, sorry, like this way. Now you're gonna have your left hand, like how you salute. You're gonna hold the right hand all the way out. You're gonna say La Yashalallah.
Yashalallah.
Which means to Israel. Then you're gonna take the drink. And like shot, you should be able to rock. So he does that. So, all right, now that's all. So, this is the scroll. This has the Hebrew. This is all the Old Testament in Hebrew. This is the Hebrew scroll. All right, I imagine everyone stand. All right, now you're gonna lift this up. So you grab it from that side, right over there. Yup. No, right here from this part. There you go. Then you're gonna put it over your right shoulder. Remember, everything in the truth is to the right. You're gonna still face this way. You just throwing it over your right shoulder. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. All right, we'll sun you up and down, which means to rise and face the east. The east is this way, right? East walk, Elisha. And now, as the brother says the prayers, you repeat after both of us when we say the prayers, all right?
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah. Shamgah. Yahweh.
Malakavka. Daba'ah.
Ratazai. Hayah. Aisha. Baharatazai. Kowah. Hayah. Hashemayim. Lakom. Yoham. Wasalach now. Kawawak now. Kasalach now. Kawawak now. Wala'ah. Gabayah now. Banasaya one. Abal. Hawashaya now. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Lakah. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Wahatapara. Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The thunder now. La Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh, please Please.
Give us the power.
Give us the power.
Power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Waha. I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun. Magun.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Yahushua.
What we just said was Yahweh in the name of Yahushua. Bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha.
Asha.
Yahanna.
Yahanna.
Ahahari.
Ahahari.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
I.S.U.P.K.
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 Ma'an.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Asha.
Aisha.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Waharatazah.
Aratazah.
Al-Yatham.
Al-Yatham.
Numawat.
Regal.
Regal. Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Hanat.
Hanat.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Bala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shamamor.
Shamamor.
Yasha'al.
Yasha'al.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tizal.
Tizal.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamnika.
Yamnika.
Yawamam.
Yabamam.
Hashemash.
Hashemash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yekayim.
Yekayim.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Walayala.
Walayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Lakal-Ra.
Makal-Ra.
Yashamor.
Yashamor.
Afnapash.
Afnapash.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamor.
Yashamor.
Tazat.
Tazat.
Wabuad.
Wabuad.
Ma'ita.
Ma'ita.
I will
Aman. So like I will lift my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Dakarash.
Al-Dakarash.
Al-Dashikwat.
Al-Dashikwat.
Yahanna.
Yahanna.
Al-Yappika.
Al-Yappika.
Yahamma-Yawan.
Yahamma-Yawan.
Wamashinaika.
Wamashinaika.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amika.
Al-Amika.
Yariyamba.
Yariyamba.
Sawa.
Sawa.
Wayataya Tazawa.
Wayataya Tazawa.
Al-Tazak Pawanyika.
Al-Tazak Pawanyika.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Lahawa.
Lahawa.
Wanakatira.
Wanakatira.
Ogoya.
Ogoya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakor.
Yazakor.
Shamyashala.
Shamyashala.
Aiwa.
Aiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
La.
La.
Hab.
Yahakwa.
Ayu.
Ayu.
Warya.
Warya.
Yakarafwa.
Yakarafwa.
Aholi.
Aholi.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashima'oli.
Wayashima'oli.
Mamaaba.
Mamaaba.
Wahagori.
Wahagori.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimuwan.
Wa'aimuwan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Halashat.
Halashat.
I'm Yeshabi.
I'm Yeshabi.
Tazawu.
Tazawu.
Yamashawu.
Yamashawu.
Nalawat.
Nalawat.
Imam.
Imam.
Hirewa.
Iowa.
Zawawat.
Zawawat.
Labayalawat.
Labayalawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamad.
Kamad.
Kasayasara.
Kasayasara.
Kayab.
Kayab.
Manakal.
Manakal.
Yashwan.
Yashwan.
Nashamad.
Nashamad.
Ayanara.
Ayandara.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Daman.
Daman.
Nadam.
Adama.
Shayatam.
Shayatham.
Nadiyabu.
Nadiyamu.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Kazabu. Call to say a come. A shaw. Naya Rashad. Lanawa. Nawa. Alahaya. Shaya Thumb. Kadabla. Kawash. Lapanya Rakah. Kaash. Tabari Wakalahab. Aryam. Khan. Basarika. Waba Soa Pak. Daba Halam. Mala'a. Panyahom. Wawan. Waya Bakwash. Shamka. Yahawa. Yabash. Waya Bahal. Ayah. Waya Kapar. Waya Abad. Waya Na'ayim. Kaya. Shamka. Yahawa. Labaka. Yabam. Aman. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kazan. Which perished in Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb. And like Zeb. Yea. All their princes. As Abba. And as Amunah. Who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power. Make them like a wheel. As a stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempests. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh. Let them be confounded. Let them be confounded. And trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Art the Most High. Over all the earth. So be it. The prayer of the blessings of the parish structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahaya. Batazabia. Alawakyahan. Halawakya. Hasaranya. Hakatazayanya. Hakayayoya. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. The Wada.
Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushua. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahanna. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Easy to forget.
Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. You're going to come to the front of the queue. All right, it's always in rank order. So I'm going to go first, and then like shot. All right, Sar. You are. Yahanna Shimon Shabrak, yeah. No. You're not saluting. All right. Now, Sar, and you're going to face that brother over there. The officer.
Yahanna Shimon Shabrak, yeah.
All right. Now, you're going to step out here to the edge. And you're going to have.
Yeah, that's right.
Yahanna Shimon Shabrak, yeah.
Barak, yeah.
Barak, yeah.
All right. Now, you can over here, James. Like shot. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel. Now, when you stand on Majim Shabbat, remember how it was, you're going to go to your right. So your right foot pop out. That's how you work. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat. Imanium. Barak.
Yahanna Shimon Shabrak,
Yajim Matah. Sar, face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat. Imanium. Barak.
Yahanna Shemar Al-Damba Shimon Al-Shah.
Yajim Matah. Dismissed.